I don't mind the rain.
I don't mind it either, Fred.
No,
I don't.
I don't mind it. Okay, so it's been raining. It's been raining for the Lakers all season long. LeBron
Raining
didn't.
threes?
No, it hadn't been raining that. It's been raining
Oh.
losses. And David Ham says this is an excavation project. The excavation process of building, turning the team back into a winner. It's going to take time. LeBron didn't play last night. He's got a bad foot and he's been sick. We know AD got a bad back, can't play a whole game. And we know Russ, and it was really never Russ's fault in the first place. You can see that now because Russ can play. Coming off the bench, he's fine. So if you look at where the Lakers are right now at 2-8, you've got to start to wonder to yourself, when will the club, if this doesn't turn around pretty quickly, stop making excuses? When do you remove this veil of this is how we do it? This is
when
how
you say
we've
make
always done it.
excuses, Fred, what are they making excuses for? What do you mean?
Well, they're not talking about making excuses because they're losing. I'm saying the approach, the overall way this team is constructed. That, when do you say, we goofed, we made a mistake?
Never saying that.
What we've done in the past doesn't work
They're
anymore.
never saying that. I don't know anybody that says that. Who says that? Who says, oh, we made a mistake in this free agency thing? Boy, we whiffed on that one. We're terrible. I probably could count on one hand over the different leagues of teams and organizations that have said, we flat out missed. Now, some may do it with the action, but they're not going to say it. They're not going to say it. They might do some actions, which they've tried to say, look, we messed. They tried to trade Russell Westbrook, but they're not going to say, hey, we messed up on that one. We missed on that one.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Now, once he's gone, they just say it's just writing on the wall. Kind of like what just popped in my mind is Arizona Cardinals drafted Josh Rosen in the first round, 10th pick of the draft, and within a year shipped him out to draft Kyler Murray because they were like, okay, that's not we missed on that one. We got him out in 1 year. But they're not going to come out and say, hey, we screwed up the team.
Well,
which they did.
Okay, what they should say is, this doesn't work. Our approach doesn't work.
They're not going to say that. Why would they say that?
Well, because it's true, and because I think people have a right to know, and I think the
No,
fans
they
deserve
don't.
that. Sure, they do.
At 10 games in, they're going to say this doesn't work. Fan base, this doesn't work.
No, I said if this doesn't turn around.
And
quickly.
win 5 games, 10 games, 12 games.
If you're
2
2-15, I think it's time to say we got a problem. We goofed. We messed up. We had a bad plan. I think they owe that honesty to the fans if this continues this way.
They're never going to say that. No, you're still playing. What does that say? That you still got games to play. You still got to finish. You still got to be professional and go finish the season.
Oh, I'm not saying they don't finish the season, but what they need to do.
Who are you saying that? Darvin Ham and who else? Rob Pelinka.
I think Rob Pelinka. I think Jeannie Buss. Not Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham's got to coach these guys.
Exactly.
But I think that Jeannie Buss needs to say, we goofed. We're not getting it here. We've made a mistake in building this thing. We have LeBron. He's getting older. He needs more help. He's still very good, but he's not as he was 15 years ago. Great. He needs more help. Still good. We went and got Anthony Davis. Granted, he had injury problems in New Orleans. We didn't think that was going to continue. You know what? It continued. So we got one guy we wanted to take over that's got a bad back or a bad whatever, and he can't play a whole game consistently, 100%. And we have LeBron, who needs help and is getting older. LeBron has become an incredibly important, I believe, complementary piece on a really good team. He goes to any good team, they win the title. That's how good he is. But he needs help. And they don't have help for him. And this mindset that we're going to keep signing these players. They've got names. They've been here. They'll put butts in the seats. People want to see a winner. They want to see a winner. The Dodgers won 111. And
you want Jeannie Buss to come out and say we messed up.
Yeah, I
do.
Screwed
up in the middle of the season.
We made some miscalculations.
Never.
And by the way, we have been making them.
Never happened. You fix the problem. You don't have to announce. You don't need to announce. Hey, we screwed up on this one. We screwed up. You do it with your actions. You do it by actually making a trade, actually redoing the roster. But They're never going to, and I wouldn't even suggest that they should come out. Hey, we screwed up on that guy. We screwed up on this guy. We should have never did this. We should not going to do that. Nobody does that.
Let me ask you this. As we sit here right now, and you have the right to change your mind, fair? You can change your mind.
Mhm.
Are they going to make the playoffs?
No.
Well, listen, take some time and think about it. Don't just jump in and react. Take some
Don't
time.
need any time. Don't need any time to think about it. No, absolutely not. No, they have no shot. I mean, think about the way they're playing now, and think about the teams that they're playing that are so much better than them right now. And look, we went into the season talking about, okay, it's going to be, Golden State's going to repeat, although they're struggling too. The Clippers, you got to deal with them. Dallas, you got to deal with them in the West. You got to deal with Denver and Jokic in the West, and Jamal Murray's back. And man, Phoenix, they'll get it together. They got a good squad. Oh, guess what? Utah's pretty good too. Oh no, how are they gonna make the playoffs?
Okay. If they don't make the playoffs.
They're getting manhandled by Utah.
Right. A team that basically has very good players, but no it star. They traded their it stars away. So they could rebuild and try to get the number one draft pick, which this plan is not working for them because they're playing too well. But maybe that says something. And you mentioned this earlier, Rodney. A good team playing together, all together, without the giant egos. They can win if you have the right talent, and they can during the regular season. When you get to the playoffs, now it might be a very different story.
Yeah.
Could be a really different story. But during the regular season, they can win. But the problem is we can't even worry about the playoffs for the Lakers because they can't win during the regular season.
True.
If this doesn't work, what will? That's why I'm saying this is messed up. They've got to start again.
But that's obvious, Fred, is messed up. We all know. We can see it. There's no secret. There's no mystery that this is a screwed up roster. And it doesn't work for LeBron's skill set and what LeBron brings to the table. It does not work. There are no pure shooters on this team. Forget about Russell Westbrook. All right, we know that. That was not a very good deal. But you don't have anything else around that is from a consistent basis that can knock down shots. Night going into every single game, you got to know you got 2-3 guys that can shoot. And one guy may be off tonight, but you got 2 other ones that can knock down shots. Tell me who that is on the Lakers.
I have no idea. I'm just being honest with you. I have no idea.
Exactly.
I don't know. In the meantime, the Clippers come back to beat Cleveland last night quietly. They're starting to turn things around. Paul George is playing exceptionally well. And you're getting to a point now, despite the fact we were told it'll be soon. Kawhi Leonard will be back soon.
Don't say we.
What do you mean don't say we?
Your sources that told you Kawhi will be back soon there, Fred.
Yeah, why are you trying to include us in there?
We didn't say anything. We were asking you.
Yeah,
you said
you heard.
soon.
Yeah, I heard it from a blog. Somebody else said it, so I'm going to say it and make it true.
Yeah, I think I can speak for all of us in this. I think I can.
Can you?
Yeah, I think so. I think in this one I can. But the point is, even when you guys ask soon, when is soon? And I'm, well, it's sooner than later because I got it from a very good source. Where is he? He's still not back. I mean, the team now is Paul George's team. Kawhi is the other guy. When they came here, it was Kawhi and Paul George. Now it's Paul George and Kawhi's the other guy, if and when he gets back. And I'll tell you, if I'm a Clipper fan, and they won last night, they beat Cleveland, but if I'm a Clipper fan, and you look at what they're supposed to do, and you see the depth they have, and you understand what the expectation was, I'd start to get pretty upset if Kawhi Leonard didn't show. If they can't win a title. And they won last night, which is great for them. But
they can't win it without Kawhi. They can't. He's got to be a significant force.
Yeah, he's got to be
them.
Kawhi.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would start to get pretty frustrated with this. Because everything is built around him. Now it's Paul George, but Paul George needs help. And that helps
Kawhi gets a pass. Kawhi gets a big pass.
What do you mean?
Maybe because he's quiet. Look, we ride Anthony Davis
we do.
for being injured and being hurt. and we just kill him here in LA. Um, but yet Kawhi kind of goes under the radar.
Kawhi,
Doesn't get the 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 anger or the viciousness that Anthony Davis gets from the media and from the fans about him not playing and being in Mr. Street Clothes and all that. When in essence, Kawhi is just as much of Mr. Street Clothes as Anthony Davis is.
the reason Kawhi doesn't get that is because Kawhi plays for the Clippers. It has nothing to do with Kawhi being quiet. It has to do with the fact that he plays for the Clippers. If Kawhi played for the Lakers, he would get it too. He would get it just like Anthony Davis. The Clippers aren't to a point yet where they're mainstream, they're top of mind in this market. A championship will help them in their growth, but they're really not there yet. And if you say they are, you're not being honest. You're not being fair. They're just not. They're not top of mind. Even though they're in the conversation, even though many consider them the favorite to win the West. Not yet. They've got to do it. And I think that's the difference, Rodney. If they were actually in this market top of mind, then I think Kawhi would be getting what Anthony Davis does.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with you. There's more eyeballs and scrutiny on the Lakers, the Dodgers, USC. It's just the way the town works. But still, at some point, especially to me, this is a very critical year for the Clippers. And I know they made it to the Western Conference Finals last year, and everybody's like, well, they did it without Kawhi. This is a year at some point they got to get over the top. It's kind of like we were, when we were going through the Chris Paul, Blake Griffin era. It's like at some point they were exciting, they were great during the regular season, but at some point you got to take it to the next level, and I feel that time has come for the Clippers now.